And maybe this is the kind of journey that I was supposed to be on. That positive mindset that I still have, that is the first step. Hope. My name is Mrridu Jaiswal. As of now, I'm full on into gaming. I play Valorant a lot, and in the long run, I'm also hoping I'll start streaming soon my games. Yeah, I also love playing chess. It all started, I think, very young. I was always, angry as a kid. I remember myself when somebody hurt me or something just tipped me off, I would just go away, like isolate myself, silently crying on the stairs with an orange, peeling it and eating it. And sometimes there was this huge metal box kind of thing in these old houses, and I used to just sit inside. And I think when I hit my puberty and all, when all this boys drama and all, it also starts. So I think I realized that I'm not taking relationships well. I do not ever take it well. So my parents thought something is wrong, and they started, taking me to therapy in class 7 or something. And I was always retaliating, like, what is wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with me. Why would I go to therapy? And I would never show up. I would just always do some drama. I would never go. It gradually became worse, and my parents started getting me meds. I was on meds. I didn't even know which ones at this point. I had my first realization that actually something is seriously wrong with me when, everything became very violent, very dark. Everything was just very, very bad kind of a chaos. If I'm putting on a nail paint and it's not putting it properly, and at that point I did not get nail polish remover, and I've already made a huge mess, so that would just a very, very basic thing would make me angry. Overall, I was depressed. I was also taking those meds. I was having these suicidal thoughts, but I was never actually dying. I was only sticking up to harming myself, hurting myself, beating my head on the wall, breaking, hitting all these things, cuttings myself and stuff. I did not really have a lot of hunger. I would never feel the need to eat or drink. There was this one whole month where I did not really eat or drink anything, and I was in the hospital for another month for that. Unless and until I know about this illness, I know my symptoms, I know everything that could go wrong, and everything that information, that knowledge could help me better manage everything. Now that I know all this, I can prevent all this from happening. I can do certain things a certain way so that I avoid it completely, avoid my triggers. Every single time historically, all my doctors have always constantly changed, which made it difficult for me to repeat my story again from the scratch, and that add that delta big value of the changes in my life that happened. Because every single time I stop therapy, there's a massive change that happens in my life again, and that is another information that I have to feed them in order to work on the betterment and everything. I was taking therapy with Amaha only. I came to know about, just by Google search, I found about it, and it felt like a good environment, like all this setup and everything, where it's one-to-one conversation in a very safe, enclosed environment, quiet space. It doesn't feel like too much hospital. It doesn't also feel like too much casual. It's just at the right wavelength. I was going through the profiles and I found Nikita, and I really connected with her once I took my first session. Is where, she's a very patient ear. She listens to me very patiently, and she helps me during my symptoms that I also sometimes happen during therapy. It is very difficult for me to seek therapy at times when I am in the worst condition. I would not seek any help at some times. I would just isolate myself and just suffer alone. But here, I really want to, show up, even though I've had a very terrible month before coming today. So I still want to seek therapy, because this is one place where I feel safe. Therapy is spending money here is an investment for me, like I've always said. It's not a waste of time, waste of money. It's a proper investment for me. She gave me this thing to do. She asked me what is the one thing that I want to tell to my younger self. When I was doing this particular activity, I realized at how much proud I am of myself, how much I have managed everything on my own with nobody understanding anything at all. I think the most common thing that I've heard that you are just too sensitive, get strong, be a little strong-hearted. So it's not about being sensitive, and it's never about the fact that I am not strong enough. I have been very resilient. I have shown strength at moments where the only good decision, only best option was to literally just die. But in those moments, sometimes all it takes is to still choose to live, stay alive, the will to stay alive, because maybe there's something more to life. Maybe it's not all pain and suffering. There is something good that I want to still get to witness. Even that bleak sense of hope that it has to end, like the suffering has to end, that also helped me. I'm still having a positive outlook that maybe I could reach out to others and help people like me and make a difference. And maybe this is the kind of journey that I was supposed to be on. That positive mindset that I still have, not very negative. It should all be positive thinking that helps you get through a lot of problems in your life. That is the first step, hope.